2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. With that road trip behind him, the Cavaliers ready to perform in front of their hometown fans here in Cleveland. This is a determined team right now, and they've gone 7-1 in what's been a terrific start to the season.
And they have owned the season series, coming out on top every time. So you figure they'll stick to the script here, come out here and play their game.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all you.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a great dribble penetrator, but three-pointers are not his focus. He said, I feel like I can get to the basket at will, so it feels like settling. Instead, I could have gotten fouled, got free throws, or an easier shot. I'm not discrediting the three-pointer at all. I know I can shoot it. I just don't. Kevin?
And three-pointers certainly on the rise. We'll see if he sticks to his guns. DA, thank you. These two teams, Doris, slower paced, more methodical in the way they play.
Yeah, you know, you have to appreciate you can win in the NBA with a variety of different styles. We see some guys want to go up tempo. These are teams that want to get into their half court, use up as much of that 24 as possible, but get a good shot at the basket every time.
Is it harder for a fast-paced team to play slow or for a slow-paced team to play fast?
Always harder to me to speed up the tempo. There's so many things that you can do to slow the pace.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Raptors. DeRozan and Carroll are out on the wings. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Lowry. Outside DeRozan. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Thompson. Smith in the posts. DeRozan defending. And two free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on DeRozan.
You know, guys, I'm not sure Smith gets enough credit for how well he uses his body inside. Earned his trip to the free throw line. I think it's clear J.R. Smith settling into his role as a three-point specialist as his career tends toward the back nine. You know, he can still elevate and finish above the rim when the opportunity presents itself, but he knows his role.
No good on that one. And Smith with size and athleticism, we all know pretty good at hitting contested shots.
Well, Kevin, we know he's got no conscience as a shooter. His motto is, when in doubt, shoot the ball. His decision-making obviously questioned at times, but the way he shoots it, it's not a bad idea.
And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, and Smith needs to continue to work on improving his shot from the free throw line.
Screened by Valanciunas. DeRozan dishes to Valanciunas. It's hauled in by LeBron. On defense, the Raptors, they are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Nearly flawless offensively from start to finish there, and really just an impressive win.
You know what you liked most? I think it was the constant motion, the shots they were getting in rhythm, tremendous potency at that end of the floor.
Now here's Carroll. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. 4 on the shot clock. Valanciunas can't get that one to fall.
Who knows what happened there, but I'm sure the defense is aware they dodged a bullet.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And for JR, it's that ability to stop on a dime that allows him that good a look at the basket.
Carroll kicks to Valanciunas. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Impossible to block that shot with the size difference. He had a very good look at the rim.
Yep, that one goes in there. Lowry with the ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against New York.
You know, the other thing he really did a great job with was the rebounding. So he contributed in a number of ways.
Now, here's DeRozan. Raptors moving the ball around. 6-shot clock. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. DeRozan's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Irving passes to LeBron. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I'd say when LeBron is working near the rim, his strength becomes readily apparent.
Outside Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. There's the triple. Passes it to Lowry. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Fifth on the list, LeBron James.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
There's the dish to Smith. Feeds it to Love. Rebound by the Raptors.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
Outside DeRozan. Lowry against Irving. Lowry kicks to Carroll. Kept alive. Here's Valanciunas. The shot from the low post is good. Valanciunas has got his second bucket of the game to go. Cavaliers leading. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Outside Irving. From past the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Carroll kicks to Lowry. Deflects the pass. Down low. And Thompson sends it back.
Oh, the former Longhorn Thompson really elevating for the rejection. Love the energy, guys.
And last season, LeBron hinted that he might like to team up with Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. He said he'd like to take a pay cut to do it. And Doris, what do you make of those comments?
Well, I think, Kevin, it's easy to understand why that might rub his Cleveland teammates the wrong way. You know, if that's what he wants, you'd think the best way to handle that might be behind the scenes. But it was a hypothetical presented to LeBron.
First free throw is good.
We know that LeBron has always been a good foul shooter. Not a great one, but a good one.
And both free throws good for LeBron. And the way a team plays early, Doris, can be vastly different than how they finish a season.
Well, you know, anything can happen over the course of a 6 to 7 month season. 1, trades. 2, injuries. Has a rookie sort of played a bigger part in your success than maybe you thought? I think what happens early can define what happens late.
Where injuries and trades are two very disruptive things that teams have got to deal with.
I think to adjust on the fly to new personnel, whether be it because, as you say, whether it's an injury or whether it's a trade, I think that that's a very hard dynamic. So if you've established habits early, it helps smooth that over.
Now, here is Irving. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. Irving dishes to LeBron. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. There's a good screen. Pass to James. 5 to shoot. And Love has it in the corner. The Cavaliers again can't hit. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
DeRozan in the corner. Carroll with the 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Boy, they gave him way too much space to get that 3 off. That's some lax defense. Coach can't be happy.
Now here's Irving. Coming off a solid outing against Washington. The shot's good from Love.
Boy, they've got Kevin Love in catch-and-shoot situations. Turn the lights out. He's that good.
And here's Lowry. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Toronto working the ball around now. Shoots from the baseline. Valanciunas. And staying with the play, Valanciunas.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And the former 5th overall pick back in the 2011 draft, Valanciunas is still only scratching, people feel, the surface of his true potential.
And he's had a few bouts with the injury bug, Kevin, but when he's right, he's a load. Struggles defending on the perimeter, but his rebounding and rim protection have gotten more nasty as he's matured.
And Toronto making a change here. Patterson's checked in. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. LeBron outside. Shoots off the step back, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. James has got 6.
Well, LeBron's going to put in work from the mid-range if you start to give him that kind of space.
Oh, the lob to DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Irving kicks to Love. DeRozan against Smith. To the inside. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on DeRozan.
You guys know that's the kind of play that can get J.R. Smith absolutely taking over for a stretch of the game.
Fries checked in for the Cavaliers. Shumpert comes in for Kevin Love. A new group in now for the Raptors. Pirtle, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Terrence Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. And we all know how skilled Kevin Love is offensively, a guy who can score on the low block and or step out and hit the triple. What about his play on the defensive end?
So this is the conversation, right, Kevin? And I think he's better than he's been given credit for. Certainly he's not an elite defender, but his defensive rebounding is elite. And not having to bear the offensive burden that he did in Minnesota, he's become more than solid defensively.
Here is Ross, following the basket by LeBron James. Here's Pirtle, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Raptors.
You know, you don't see them leaning too heavily one way or the other, striking a real nice balance between taking it inside and stretching the floor. That's always a sign for me of a well-coached team.
And that one misses.
And the 7-footer, Jakob Poeltl, a smooth, fluid athlete for his size. And he's got tremendous bloodlines, guys. Both of his parents were members of the Austrian national volleyball team.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And he's good on the second. And Poeltl picking basketball over volleyball. I guess you could say it worked out for him.
Yeah, I mean, they said growing up in Vienna, there wasn't a good youth volleyball program nearby, so he just went with hoops. And staying in 7-1, I'd have to say it's worked out pretty good for the big fella.
Here's Joseph. Pass to Ross. Back to Joseph, and stolen by Irving. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound, and it's blocked.
Wonderful anticipation from Poeltl on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Outside jumper. Shot clock at 6. Tries yet again, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Kyrie Irving, one of the most explosive scorers in the league, perhaps the best crossover in the entire NBA. Lightning quick in either direction, strings them together to leave defenders grasping at thin air.
You talk about Irving's scoring. He can go for 50 on any given night.
Well, Kevin, listen, he's got the pull-up threes. He can finish around the rim. He's a shoot-first point guard and not a bad fit playing alongside a point forward like LeBron.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
There's the screen. And there's the feed to Fry. His three-pointers off the mark.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Patterson against James. Powell kicks to Patterson. Ross passes to Joseph. Patterson inside. Working on James. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on LeBron James.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Raptors shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the Raptors, they've come a long way over the past few years in terms of their competitiveness.
And what I like about the Raptors front office, they're unafraid to reshape the team when things aren't quite working. 2 years ago, they were much more about offense than defense. Last year, they were an upper echelon defensive team, even if the offense suffered a little bit.
Doris, you spent a lot of time covering basketball in the Big East back at Providence. You were all Big East as well. Who are some of your favorite NBA players to come out of that terrific conference?
Well, the two guys that come to mind are Chris Mullin and Patrick Ewing. Now, I was a Georgetown Hoya fan because I love John Thompson. He's a Providence College grad. And I told Chris Mullin that he was absolutely horrified. He said, DB, how could you be a fan of the Georgetown Hoyas and all that Hoya paranoia? I said, Chris, I loved your sweet stroke, but the Hoyas were my team.
Such a physical conference, too. And I think they brought a whole new texture to the game of college basketball.
Oh, there's no question. To me, that's when I became a fan of college basketball. I chose Providence College because I was a Big East fan.
Kidding.
Oh, no question about it.
I think about Dave Gavitt, too. The late, great Dave Gavitt. I know you knew him, you respect him. His legacy lives on.
You know, Kevin, the thing about Dave Gavitt is he's one of the rarest type of individuals, those with vision.
Well said. Powell for three. It's not going to go for him. And Cleveland the other way now. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And, guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
You know, they knew it would be loud on the road, but tuned out all that external noise and completely dominated the scoring.
Here is Ross following the score by Cleveland. Joseph dishes to Powell. And Patterson kicks to Pirtle. Powell for three. The Cavaliers pull it in. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Yeah, and they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here is Ross. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. Joseph, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Joseph's got his first basket.
And Pirtle is a tremendous screener. When he's sacrificing his body like that, it really opens things up for his teammates.
Kicks to James. That one off the back iron and out. Raptors trail by 7. Powell, the pass to Joseph. Ross kicks to Joseph. Teardrop shot. Basket counts.
You know, the accuracy on that assist was perfect. He hit him in the dead run, exactly where it needed to be.
Jefferson, a screen on Patterson. And Fry kicks to Jefferson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. Raptors trail by 6. Now Joseph. Dishes it to Ross. Shot on the wing. The shot missing. And that does it for the first quarter. Cleveland ahead. They're up by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in. And as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And, Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
You know, this is a savvy group. They know when to body up and play physical and when to back off.
So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan, the core of this team at the guard spots. Inside, it's Patterson by Valanciunas. And it's Ross in at the 3. Love wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 6 points for Kevin Love.
Well, Love has worked to diversify his game. You have to guard him from the perimeter or he will burn you.
And Patterson kicks to Lowry. Raptors moving the ball around. Ross for 3. That one misses.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Outside Irving. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Gentlemen.
You know, Kyrie Irving will tell you that his relationship with LeBron is ever evolving. I mean, they were both very excited to join teams back in 2014, but there has been some challenges. No question, LeBron not shy about demanding winning basketball from his teammates.
That's good from Irving. And you heard rumors last season, Doris, that Irving would welcome a trade from Cleveland. Do you give any credence to that?
Well, I think, Kevin, you know, it's interesting. I didn't get the sense Irving expressly denied the rumors. He just alluded to misunderstandings. I think certainly it's been an adjustment playing with another ball-dominant player like LeBron. But if your priority is on winning, he's a teammate you want to have on your side.
And so Irving nails both of them.
Yeah, shooting free throws among the many things he does well.
Outside DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Cavaliers with the rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Irving. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Raptors trail by 9. And Patterson kicks to Carroll. Back to Patterson. 13 feet away. Great D that time from Love.
That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, when Kevin Love was in Minnesota, he developed into a 3-point shooter, but he said, I know I'm not a stretch 4. I'm a post player that can shoot. It's like Kevin McHale used to tell me, just go where they ain't. I try to space the floor as best as I can. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A., and spacing so crucial in today's game. And so here's Cleveland. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. In the corner, Smith with it. 3-pointer. DeRozan with the rebound. Raptors trail by 9. Outside Lowry. He kicks it to Carroll. Screen by Valanciunas to the inside. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Kevin Love. A very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 16 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Iman Shumpert's checked in for Kyrie Irving. 4 on the shot clock. DeRozan's shot is good.
You know, probably could have set that screen with a little more force, but it got him just enough room to be able to finish.
Get there.
Smith outside. The screen from Thompson. Lowry against Shumpert. Here's Thompson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Thompson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs.
Yeah, there are several ways that Thompson can be a factor on the offensive end, and he is still adding to that arsenal.
Outside Lowry. Screen by Valanciunas. Down low, off the screen. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists in the game. They set the screen. Smith dishes to Love. Baseline try. Yep, that one goes in there. Love's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, nice job from Kevin Love in the mid-range, right? I mean, this is his best look. He has no problem knocking it down.
Three-pointer, Lowry. No good on the shot. Shumpert with some nice deep. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Smith kicks to Shumpert. Love with the screen for Shumpert. That's a 2 from Smith. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
You know, in most situations, coach is okay with him taking that shot, even if it doesn't go in.
Outside Lowry. He dishes it to DeRozan. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Out left to the wing. Outside Carroll. The three-pointer is right on target. Carroll's got 6 points.
You know, that three-pointer probably wasn't the first option for them on that trip, but good job to take what the defense was giving him. Coaches love that kind of decision-making.
Now here's Shumpert. Now the pass to Love. Here's Dunleavy. Carroll covering. Launches a 3. Sinks the triple. And that's now 11 points for Kevin Love.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Here is Lowry. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
And the city of Cleveland still aglow from their first major professional sporting title in over 52 years.
They waited a lifetime, Kevin. In the end, it was a native son, LeBron James, who returned to lead them to glory. You just couldn't script it any better.
Jumper off the screen. That's good from Shumpert on the assist by Dunleavy.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Lowry against Smith. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Kyle Lowry. The Cavaliers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Smith the pass to Thompson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, they talk about basketball IQ, Doris, all the time from a point guard and broadcaster perspective. How would you, I'd be interested in this, how would you define it?
You know, I think you can see a player who has played the game from their earliest. Like, I picked the game up at 7 years old when I moved next door to a park. And when you play the game from that young an age, there's just this natural understanding of the nuance of the game. Like, my son has played golf since the time he was 2 years old. He's been on a golf course. There's a nuance, there's a feel for it that you can't teach. It's been developed because it's been a part of who you are for such a long time.
And Cleveland making a change here. Fry's checked in. Pirtle, he's checked in for the Raptors. Norman Powell comes in for Damari Carroll. Both free throws good from Smith.
Timeout.
Yeah, I think one thing, when LeBron returned to Cleveland, it was such a change in team culture, right? That military background that he sort of absorbed in Miami, he tried to bring that back to Cleveland. Now they're an outlier, but I think LeBron wanted the Cavs to move in that direction.
And LeBron last season made his case publicly known about the need for the Cavs to go in early, go home late, and put in work. I think that helped.
Well, I think he was doing whatever he could, and at times it may have rubbed people the wrong way. And I think we have seen a change, though. Players are working harder. They understand the level of commitment needed to compete for a title.
And Cleveland making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. The Raptors third, the Cavaliers fourth.
Yeah, if you want to see how hard these two teams play, just take a look at the points allowed a year ago. I mean, that is impressive.
Now, here's Lowry. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Boy, that's a bit of a mental lapse, an embarrassing error to give up a possession.
James checked in for the Cavaliers. Corey Joseph's checked in for the Raptors. Raptors trail by 8. Powell with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against New York.
And, you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
Now, here's DeRozan. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Jefferson. Plenty of space. They get it again.
Well, I guess, don't you just love the activity LeBron is playing with on the offensive end? He's flying around this floor right now.
Now, here's DeRozan. He picked up 33 points in their last win against New York. And it's blocked. And they get it back. Powell dishes to DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go with a 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. James has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, no threes for him in the second after drilling one in the first.
No good from Fry.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's James. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Washington.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
Here's Dunleavy. They're leading by 8. For 3, Fry does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Passes to DeRozan. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Pirtle. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And Jakob Pirtle enters the NBA after 2 seasons at the University of Utah. Last season, he won the Pac-12 Player of the Year, as well as awards for the best center and low post player in college basketball.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to play in Europe instead, but he thought the college route would be a nice experience. Certainly the exposure didn't hurt, and he made demonstrable improvement from year 1 to year 2.
And he makes the first.
And Pirtle is a massive guy, someone that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks at the bucket.
Kyring's checked in for Cleveland. And Toronto also making a switch. Ross is checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Doris, you've interviewed so many coaches over the years. Which coaches do you enjoy interviewing the most?
Well, I have to say my classmate, Billy Donovan.
No kidding.
We were both point guards in the class of '87. I like to tell Billy he was the second best one in that class, in fact. But I do enjoy.
I bet he enjoys that, too. He's a good man, isn't he? Huh?
He is, no question about it. And because he's new to the league, he's not objecting quite yet to the ad nauseum questions we tend to ask over and over.
How about quickly talking with Greg Popovich at San Antonio, which is always a challenge, whether you're calling the game or you're on the sideline?
I want you to understand something. When I am walking over to Greg Popovich, I want you to understand that my heart is pounding. I'm probably sweating.
No, come on.
And I'm trying not to shake.
Oh, come on. That's against everything you are. I know that. It's always good conversation, though. And so it's Cleveland with it after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. And a wide open look for Irving. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pirtle sets the pick for Joseph. To the paint. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And Pirtle is so polished in the post. Defenders are always nervous when he has the ball down low.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. That one is off.
Well, of course, 2 Canadian teams were born to the NBA in '95. But back in 2001, the Vancouver Grizzlies became the Memphis Grizzlies, leaving the Toronto Raptors as the sole Canadian survivor.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Raptors. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. What's interesting about the Raptors and Grizzlies when they first entered the league, the Grizzlies were actually the team that seemed to be on the track for big things, but lately the tables have really turned.
Yeah, and what's surprising to me is that as we've tried to appeal to more people in more countries with our game, we still have only one franchise located outside of the U.S., and that's the Raptors. The NBA is seeing a rejuvenation in revenues, but if we want that growth to maximize, we may need to try and broaden our international horizon.
Now Fry, following Patrick Patterson's three-point attempt. Outside jumper. Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing.
You can see it. His timing, his touch, everything just a shade off tonight.
And here is Powell. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's the screen. Ross with a wide open look. And again, Toronto no up. The Cavaliers leading by 8. There's 1:17 left now here in the second. James outside. Clock at 6. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Ross. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Ross has got 4 points in the quarter. Patterson against James. Pirtle with the steal. The dish to Ross. And Patterson kicks to Joseph. Back to Patterson. Feeds to Joseph. Pass to Patterson. Another shot. Not as good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to 4 on the bucket from Pirtle.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot, just abusing the defense down in the paint.
Outside jumper. Back to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. It could go. No good on the buzzer beater. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Cavaliers lead by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and I'm just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots. Gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible those guys will see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
That's it for halftime. We will see you and you too later. Now back to the action.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
I don't think you can let this guy run free through the paint. I mean, you got to put a body on him or he'll go wild.
Sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. And it's James in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Now, here's DeRozan. Misses the wing J.
They were right there on him, guys. When you take away space from a shooter, it can rattle and force a miss like they did there.
LeBron is doubled. For 3, Love sinks the three-pointer. Love's got the first bucket of the third here for Cleveland.
Oh, guys, by the looks of it, Kevin Love has just about everything working right now.
No good from Valanciunas. Cleveland leading by 7. Smith right side. Cleveland moving it around. And it goes down 2 points. Thompson's got 6.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
I think defensively, they've got to get their heads in the game. Judging by that play, they've come out of the locker room a little lethargic.
And DeRozan. Here we go. Outside for Lowry. Valanciunas with a screen on Irving. Here's Lowry. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. He's got 10.
Well, after missing their first 3 shots, they finally get one to go in this half.
Irving kicks to James. From the wing. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pass to Lowry. The feed to Carroll. Here's the 3. Another shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Well, one of the biggest names in free agency GA this past offseason was DeMar DeRozan. Many in Toronto feared he would leave the team, but he re-upped with the Raptors on a huge deal.
Yeah, and DeRozan spoke about loyalty to the franchise when he announced he wanted to return to Toronto. It's the only team he's ever played for his entire career, and easy to be loyal when you are getting almost $30 million a year. So it's a great contract for DeRozan.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Tough start to the second half, just 1 for 5. Wow.
Here's Irving. Nice shot from the wing.
Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the third.
Lowry passes to Carroll. Outside Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Back to Carroll. And stolen by LeBron. By himself. And James throws it down.
Now, this is why LeBron is LeBron, right? His ability to make something happen on defense and finish with flair on the opposite end.
Toronto calls timeout.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Valanciunas. Last year, getting it done. 6th in field goal percentage, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Kicks it to DeRozan. And that one is off. Smith with the defensive effort. Cleveland leading by 10. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. "13 feet away. And James pulls it down. For Cleveland, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Love outside. Back to James. Dishes it to Thompson. James kicks to Thompson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And you look at LeBron's career, he's been cast in so many roles. The child prodigy, Doris, the chosen one, the villain, the champion, now the savior. So much of that is media creation, as we know. At this point in his career, does he care, you think, Doris, what people even say about him?
I think he's certainly conscious of his brand, Kevin, but I think LeBron's at a point in his career where it's a little bit devil may care. The Miami move was so criticized. Those rings don't come with any asterisks, though, right? I mean, he realizes that as long as he wins, the rest is just noise.
He's off on the second.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
DeRozan against Smith. Carroll for 3. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Thompson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And Tristan Thompson has improved his scoring efficiency, Doris, every season in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Kevin, this is not a go-to scorer, more of a garbage buckets type player, but he's learning how to be effective. And he's also improving as a decision maker. Last season, his best ever assist-to-turnover ratio.
That free throw missing.
Yeah, Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
Dunleavy's check in for James. He hits the second from the line.
You know, guys, you can make the case that Tristan Thompson has a center's game and a power forward's frame. He put on some weight going into last season in order to spend more time at the 5. That was probably a wise choice.
Now here's Carroll. He's got 6. Shot clock at 5. Here's DeRozan. Misses the 3.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just 1 in the first.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
It hasn't mattered what tactic they've used. The inside game, the outside game, quick hitters, patient, whatever. It's all worked.
And Thompson able, Doris, to defend the 4 and 5 spot pretty well.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, you love his ability to be able to bang inside and also move laterally when he's away from the rim. And though he's not a great shot blocker, he gives you just enough rim protection when you play him at the 5 spot.
And so it's Cleveland with it. The Raptors knocking down the tray. And he comes up with the deuce.
That's exactly where you want him to be, guys. Love operating so close to the rim, so gifted inside.
There's the pick. Inside. Carroll dishes to Valanciunas. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Valanciunas has got 4 points now in the quarter. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Now the pass to Love. Now Irving. He's got 13. The 3. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Good.
And what about the strength from Thompson there to go up, take the hit, still convert the play? Nice.
And the Raptors making a change here. Patterson's checked in.
I think everyone knows Cleveland is the team to beat in the East. They steamrolled through the Eastern Conference a year ago. And I think as long as their roster stays pretty much intact, they've got to continue to exert that dominance.
And the Raptors call time here. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart.
And the three-point game stands out as a major sore spot. It just has not been falling for him. I think at this point you start to get away from that shot. Try to engage in other parts of the offense. You don't want to hurt your team if that long ball isn't there.
Screened by Valanciunas. Lowry can't get it to go. Cleveland leading by 12. Here's Dunleavy. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. That's good from Lowry on the assist from Valanciunas. 7 points for Kyle Lowry. It's stolen by Lowry. He kicks it to Patterson. Screened by Valanciunas. Patterson passes to DeRozan. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. J.R. Smith picks one up.
And DeMar DeRozan, kind of a throwback, you know, for this day and age when we talk so much about the three-point shot, because he's not a guy that's going to bomb you to death from deep. He's a high flyer who's going to attack the rim and get to the free throw line. And to me, that's extremely important, because the more attempts at the line you get, the more opportunities you have to set your defense. And so he beats people with that polished mid-range game and shoots an incredible number at that line. And those are reasons why this guy continues to improve and become one of the best at that off-guard position.
And he sinks the second. And looking at how DeRozan gets his points last season, Greg, he made great strides in becoming a more efficient shooter.
Yeah, and for a guy who didn't take a lot of threes, the field goal accuracy wasn't all that great for a number of seasons. But last year, DeRozan was more patient, took better shots. He also became more of a conscientious playmaker, which his teammates, no doubt, appreciated.
No good on that one. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Pirtle's checked in. And he's good on the second. Used to be any contact at the rim, Doris, would result in a foul on the defender. But that has changed now with verticality in mind. What do you make of all this?
I love it. I absolutely love it. And I think the guy who did it best for a couple of years was Roy Hibbert when he played for Indiana, because, you know, as you are entitled vertically to the space you create as a basketball player. So, Kevin, I love the challenge at the rim. I love that they allow these long, lean defenders to go up in the air vertically and contest. I love it.
That being said, I find very few things wrong with the changes that have been made over the last 5 or 7 years. How about you?
Oh, one of the things that's my favorite about the NBA is how proactive they are in making necessary changes that improve the game and equal the playing field. I love that about the NBA.
Good analysis. And so it's Cleveland with it, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Pirtle with the steal. Fast break Toronto. Here's Patterson using his post move to get the 2 points. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Outside Irving. He dishes it to Thompson. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. And then for Toronto, Norman Powell comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. And so here's Toronto. Joseph with the ball. He has 6. Patterson setting the pick for Ross. Shot, high post. The shot, no good. And Cleveland the other way now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Outside Irving. Puts up a 3. He doesn't hit that one. Raptors trail by 11. Pull-up jumper, and Jefferson sends it back. Now here's Powell. Not a lot of room. Now here's Joseph. Shot clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot off. For 3, Ross, and the 3 ball is good. Ross has got it back down to within single digits for the Raptors. Irving kicks to Jefferson. To the left wing. Passes it to Fry. Cleveland moving it around. There's the dish to Dunleavy. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The tray. No good from Fry. Toronto's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Joseph. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And here's a look at some stats for Irving. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged about 19 points a game last year, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Mike Dunleavy. Joseph drops them both.
Well, Cleveland coach Tyronn Lue, of course, played 11 years in the NBA. Started, came off the bench, won titles with the Lakers, played on the worst team in the league. I mean, that breadth of experience seems to serve him well as a head coach. He's certainly seen enough.
And here is Ross. 9 points in the game so far. Feeds to Powell. Patterson dishes to Powell. Back to Patterson. Pass to Ross. And the Raptors miss again.
Yeah, his shot's been out of sync, and it really has held them back tonight.
And Shumpert kicks to Irving. Inside, Fry. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists in the game.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Patterson. He feeds it to Ross. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Here's the screen. And on the way from Irving for 3. It's good from long range. Irving's got 7 points for the quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Pass to Powell. The feed to Ross. Kicks it to Powell. Expanding his range. Good on the triple. Powell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Boy, both teams really attacking from downtown right now. This is a long-range battle at the moment.
Outside Jefferson. Here's Irving. Again, Irving missing. Raptors trail by 6. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Joseph, 8 points for him. Patterson, the screen. Powell for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Oh, their communication on offense is working at every level now. These guys are really cohesive. What a run.
Here's Irving. Raptors knocking down the tray. 3-pointer. Again, Irving missing. And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 13-5 run. And Joseph kicks to Patterson. Here is Ross. He's got 11. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. The Raptors have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
Three shots. 3 shots.
Free throw good, Joseph. Both teams will make substitutions. No good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Cavaliers on top, leading by just 1. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Get the pass, attack. Pass, attack. But down there, we got to get stopped.
Dwayne Casey focusing on ball movement and finishing strong, but also getting it done on D.
Yeah, getting stops and then taking care of the boards. It's only working if you get control of the basketball.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. So for Toronto right now, inside it's Patterson by Valanciunas. The explosive pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the backcourt. And it's Carroll in at the small forward position. Patterson can't get it to go. Cavaliers leading. Here's Smith. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Well, you really like to see Smith go to work inside there, always looking to expand on his game.
On the free throw, no good. Raptors trail by 3.
Come to me.
DeRozan passes to Patterson. It's good. This game is all even.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
But he recovers it. LeBron left side. Second chance shot. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
That's terrific defense right there, but it didn't matter to LeBron James, who just drains it. He's a master of shrugging off the defense. Great job on the glass. Body's down low, needing to fight for position. That's perfect.
And it's Love missing. For Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And Carroll gets it to go.
You know, those points courtesy of an excellent entry pass into the post.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Valanciunas against Love. From the stripe, and the rejection by Valanciunas. And they call an illegal screen here.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Lowry with the ball. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Three on the clock. To take the lead. Kept alive. Valanciunas, good.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Gotta believe they'll hear about it in that next time out. They have to box out better.
Now here is Smith. Dishes it to Dunley. Launches it. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 5th assist in this one. Lowry kicks to Patterson. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Valanciunas. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
You know, he's been so accurate from the floor tonight, really helping them stay ahead.
Now here's James. It's a pick by Love. Smith. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
Well, with JR, sometimes it doesn't matter how much you get in his face. He can still knock it down with the best of them.
And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. That one on Love.
And double teaming him is the only thing that's going to cool him off at this point. He is on a roll.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And here is LeBron. Irving kicks to Love. The 9-foot shot. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Love's got the game tied up here for the Cavs. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And the Raptors miss again.
Ill-advised shot there.
You know, I really expected him to swing that one back around.
That's a 2 from Smith. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Lowry kicks to Patterson. Screened by Valanciunas. Patterson dishes to DeRozan. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Come on, as a defender, you have got to fight harder to get through that screen and stay with your man.
Now, here is Irving. Good work defensively by Lowry. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Lets the 3 fly. And James pulls it down. James has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Smith the pass to Irving. The screen from Thompson for 3. And that's good. Kyrie Irving for 3. Irving's got 10 points here in the second half.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make since.
With some arc, and it's sent back by Irving. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas, and he gets the bucket.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Irving, good.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Now Lowry, there's a good screen. Deep 2 from Carroll. And he overshot that one, missing. Cavaliers have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Irving dishes to Love. Love with the screen on DeRozan. Irving for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's DeRozan. Back to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Lowry kicks to DeRozan to take the lead. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
The screen from Thompson. Irving dishes to Love. Offensive rebound. Knocked away. Fast break Toronto. Lowry leading the charge. From 13. No good off the front iron.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Raptors shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Screen by Valanciunas. There's a screen. Carroll passes to Lowry. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Love so crafty near the rim, getting his man to get physical with him. Just a master of drawing contact.
That free throw, no good. Well, we all know Kevin Love has illustrious bloodlines. His dad played in the NBA. His aunt was inducted into the U.S. Triathlon Hall of Fame. And his uncle was the lead singer for the Beach Boys. Doris, not bad.
Well, Kevin, that's not too bad is right. I mean, he's always had big shoes to fill, and you see that, I think, in Kevin's approach. He's tremendously dedicated, remade his body with yoga and training at high elevation. He leaves no stone unturned. Should be a 2-point lead, but they'll be satisfied to have edged into the lead.
And DeRozan kicks to Carroll. Right side Lowry. Bullseye. And the Raptors lead by 1.
I tell you, he picked a tough time to start struggling. Only 1 of 6 from the field here in the fourth quarter.
Love outside. Smith outside. Love outside. Again, Love missing.
He hasn't been able to shoot for a high percentage this quarter, but he's still pushing the action.
No good on the triple.
You know, he clearly hasn't been as sharp as usual, but they're still scoring as a team.
Outside Irving. There's the pass to Thompson. Smith outside. In the corner, Irving with it. 6 to shoot. Rebound by the Raptors. Lowry with the ball. Carroll dishes to Lowry. Takes the 3. Raptors get it back.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Screen by Smith. Irving kicks to LeBron. Irving passes to James. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his 5th foul.
Yeah, and that's number 5. 1 more, and he is going to be done for the day.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving.
You know, I like him trying to answer back, but just not going for him right there.
Rosen dishes to Valanciunas. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And this is why they feed the ball to Kevin Love in these circumstances. He's so comfortable making big-time shots.
Lowry kicks to Carroll. Screened by Valanciunas. For 3. It's Lowry again missing. Cavaliers shooting fairly well in the 4th, around 48%. Irving's shot is good.
We all know that Irving wants to be the man to hit that shot. And when he takes it, he usually finds a way to finish.
Now, here's Lowry. A minute 50 left here in the 4th quarter. DeRozan. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. DeRozan's got 9 points now in just the 2nd half. Out to the right wing. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by LeBron. Love's got the game tied up here for the Cavs. Raptors shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. Now, here's Lowry. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. DeRozan's got 22.
I mean, he was great in his last game. Clearly, he has not lost that love and feel.
No, he's having one of those stretches where you just have to stand back and admire the work he's putting in on the basketball court.
He had stolen by Carroll. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Raptors shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Lowry can't get it to go.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
No, they don't. Showing some big-time heart on that shot.
Up top, DeRozan. And James pulls it down. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Love kicks to Smith, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his 5th foul. Patterson, he's checked in for the Raptors. Here's James. Found. Does not find the basket. He's shooting 50% from the floor on 14 tries. DeRozan passes to Patterson. And the Raptors miss again.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
How about the closeout? Gave no room to operate. Great effort.
Now here's LeBron. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Just 5 on the clock. He kicks it to Irving from deep three-point range, and no good that time. Toronto calls timeout. They're down by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And this is it, guys. Down 1. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
Here's DeRozan. No good.
High-quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
He didn't look comfortable going up, but he knew it was a good look. Had to take it.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And Kyrie can get to the free throw line and collect a lot of points because of his ability to drive it.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
20 seconds.
But
20
it doesn't
seconds.
get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
And the Raptors call time here. Guys, your thoughts?
And they need a miracle, guys. They don't have enough time for the catch-and-shoot three, so the only hope is for an alley-oop and an and-one to finish out.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. Just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Kyrie Irving took the second half of this game by storm. Time and time again, he came up with huge plays for his team.
There isn't much that Kyrie Irving can't do offensively. He's got unreal handles, amazing vision, and he can finish in tight or knock down the deep ball. Kyrie is the man I want running my offense because he's from New Jersey.
The defense was non-existent. They didn't challenge him. They didn't try to move him off his favorite spots. They didn't force him to do anything different. No physical play, and he took advantage of that.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
The long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.